Welcome to Vidbites. Today I'm going to walk you through the initial setup of your Vidbites account, really focusing in on three aspects. So number one, the content of your careers page. Number two, the design of your careers page, including your logo, brand colors, and color scheme in general. And then number three, we are going to create our first role, and we're going to use some pretty cool generative AI that we've just launched with GPT-4 integration. So as you can see here, I've created a blank Vidbites account, a fully fresh account. I've done 4 takes of this so far, so hopefully this is the one that works. And the first thing we're going to do is jump into settings. In settings, we're going to first take a look at business settings. So in here you can edit your business name and as well your pretty URL. So your pretty URL is going to be the URL that displays on your careers page if you're not using your own DNS or CNAME records, which will be covered in a more advanced video later on. So you can see we have a very blank careers page here, and this is where you would edit the URL to get to that page. The next thing I'm going to want to do is to edit the content of my careers page. So we have a number of different settings in here for you to be able to go through, and you can customize all of it. So for example, if you don't want your applicants to be able to search through your roles, we can disable the search functionality, and the search bar from here has disappeared. As well, if we don't want them to be able to filter by department, you can see that's gone away as well. Everything in here is customizable. If you don't want to display a footer, here you have the final thank you page after someone has submitted an application, and then a few more advanced settings as well. So going back up to the top, we already have our logo in. So let's also add a header title. Let's say careers at Vidbites. We can see this is where that shows up. I'm actually going to just change it to say Vidbites careers. Okay. And header alignment is currently left aligned. We could change that to a column or right aligned. I like it left aligned, so we're going to leave it there. Next thing is this support icon here. So clicking that will open up a customizable support tab for your applicants. And this is where you would decide whether or not you want to display that. You can see it's now gone away. When we do display, you can customize all of the content in here. So let's say support with your application. And if we click in, you can see it's customized. So we'll leave that for now. You can add an email or something in here, even a video walkthrough as well. Body content, so for now it is empty. Let's add some body content. So let's say careers, or no, let's actually say join the Vidbites family. And you can see here, if we go back, this is where this is showing up. We've got a few different options here and a preview of what that looks like. So in a column, it'll go header, video, body content. If we were to go left aligned, it will have the header and the body content, and then the video over on the right. Let's actually leave it like that for now. Actually, let's go column. I like a column. And here you can add in some body content. So let's say, welcome to our careers page. Please take a look and apply for any roles you think would be a good fit. And so that's going to show up directly below. You can also fully disable showing the body at all, but we're going to leave it on. Let's re-enable search and filtering so we can see both of those there as well. And we've got some options here for once you do have roles on your page. They'll make a little bit more sense. So we might come back to this after. And then the ability to display related roles. So once someone clicks into a role, you can filter through and show related roles. For example, if someone is looking at a JavaScript developer role, let's say, or JavaScript engineer role, there's a small part that will show them other related roles in your engineering team. And then as well, disclaimer text for the bottom of the page. This is a great place to have a DEI statement or other inclusive type statement. You can add your email here, reach out to our team for any support at DEI@vidbites.ai. So you can customize that, and you will see it will customize this disclaimer on the bottom. You then have the ability for a footer page, or a footer, pardon, on the bottom of this page. I'm going to leave that off. That would display the social icons from the business settings page. And then as well, the final page. So this is a thank you page that would display after someone has submitted an application. And here we're just saying thank you. I'm going to change this to thank you for your interest in our team. And thank you, we'll be reviewing as soon as possible. Awesome. Everything has auto-saved here. So the next thing we're going to do is go into roles and create our first role. Role title, in this case, let's say Junior JavaScript Engineer. We are going to choose the engineering department. Location type, this will be a hybrid location, and then as well based in Toronto, Ontario. And here we can do a job description. So a really cool new feature, you can generate the job description with GPT-4. So we've just clicked there. We've got to wait a few seconds here. You can see it's generating the content for your job description. And here we go. So Junior JavaScript Engineer, Vidbites, Engineering Department, and we can see it's a hybrid role. Very, very great starting position or starting point for your job description. You can, of course, go in and make any edits needed here. So let's say we actually want 2 years experience for this role. We can go in and make that change. You can add a video to the description page as well to kind of give a more in-depth description of the role, have someone from the hiring team explain the role and what they're looking for. And as well, you can add a job description PDF if you want to, that applicants can download and have locally on their computer. You can also create tags and add tags to the roles. This helps with searchability, and it also gives applicants directly from your careers page a great idea of what that role involves. So for this example, we can say recently funded, enterprise, full-time, and entry level. And actually, let's change this to, because it's entry level, no experience needed. We can display compensation information for this role. So in this case, let's set a salary, and we can say base salary plus bonus plus options. And let's also select the equity tab there, or tag. We are not going to require a resume. We are not going to, actually let's request their LinkedIn profile link, and let's set an application deadline. So we want this submitted by April 19th. A number of advanced settings here. We're not going to go into the advanced settings today, but there are a number available to go into. The last thing we're going to do for this role is add a question. To add a question, we just hit this add button, and then as well, if you want to edit the question anytime, you can go in and edit. If you want to duplicate the question, you can click here, or delete a question. In this question, we're going to ask the question via text, and we're actually going to have GPT-4 create the question for us. So let's see what they come up with. What experience do you have with web development, and how do you think it will fit in with this role at Vidbites? Awesome. This is going to be a video question, and they're going to have 90 seconds to answer the question. So we're going to click create role, and then here we're going to activate the role. If we go back to our careers page here, we can see the junior JavaScript engineer role is now showing on our page. If the role expires, or if we decide to remove the role from the page, we can always just select there and it'll go away. Let's put it back on here. And to view more of the role, we can click in. So here you would see the description that we generated with GPT-4 and some of the information here. So deadline, where it's located, and the salary information that we put in. If the user was to apply, they can put in some base information here, click next, and they can see the question that GPT-4 created for us. So what experience do you have with web development, and how do you think it will help with this role? They can then record their response. I actually have no experience with web development, but I think I would still be a phenomenal candidate. You can see it will save, and then they can submit. So here we have the thank you page, and if we go back into Vidbites, we can see we have our first applicant for the junior JavaScript engineer role, and we can go in and view that video if we wanted to. So that is a lot of the basics of getting set up, getting your first role active in Vidbites, and reviewing, or not reviewing, but receiving your first applicant in Vidbites. I hope this was helpful. If it was, send me an email, let me know. Let me know if you have any questions at Isaac, ISAAC, at vidbites.ai. I am here to help with anything that comes up. So I hope you have a great time with Vidbites. I'm looking forward to your feedback, and happy screening.